Welcome to Stack with Dice, where I talk about all my favorite nerd stuff. Today we play Infinity CodeOne, Operation Blackwind. We play Mission 2 of the introductory booklet. In this battle pack, the forces of Hakislam meet with the forces of Aleph. Since we have no real experience playing Infinity, we just use the lists recommended by the book. For Hakislam, these were 3 Dailami infantry and the Assassin Bokta. For Aleph, it were 3 Furakitai and the Hoplite. Hakislam starts with the deployment. They are allowed to deploy within the first 8 inches of the map. The first miniature deployed is the Assassin Bokta. Next is the first Dailami infantry trooper, another Dailami infantry trooper, and the final trooper. Now it's Aleph's turn to deploy and they start with the Hoplite, the first Furakitai, the second one, and finally the third one. With that, we were ready for round 1. Aleph would start turn 1. He moves the first Furakitai, we're checking for any possible reaction shots. Nobody is in line of fire, so he moves the second time. With the next order, he activates the Furakitai again and moves him only once. Nobody's in line of fire, so there's no reaction. Next he activates the Hoplite, moves once. There's nobody in line of fire, so he moves the second time. And lastly, he moves the last Furakitai once. And finishes his turn. Now it's Hakislam's turn, so I move the first Dailami infantry. And now there's a reaction from Aleph's Furakitai. So I decide to also shoot with the Dailami. So it's gonna be a face-to-face roll. We measure the distance to see if we get any modifiers. The Dailami has 2 successes and the Furakitai only 1. So 1 success from the Furakitai cancels 1 success from the Dailami. So the Dailami hits once. But the Furakitai defends successfully, so he gets no wound and is still alive. Next I activate the Bokta and move once. With a move, I move into the Furakitai's line of fire, so he does another reaction shot. I decide to shoot with the Bokta at him as well. So we have another face-to-face roll. So we both roll 1 success, so they cancel each other and there's no hit done. So I activate the Bokta again and immediately shoot at the Furakitai. This time it's 3 hits from the Bokta and no success from the Furakitai. So the Furakitai is gonna be hit 3 times and has to defend against 3 dice now. He only manages to defend against 2, so the Furakitai is dead, giving Hakislam the first victory point. Next I activate another Dailami, moving the Dailami up the stairs. With no one in line of fire, she ends the turn there. Turn 2 begins and Aleph activates the first Furakitai. Takes a move action, and with no one in line of fire, moves the second time. And he activates the another Furakitai and moves him 2 times. Then he activates his Hoplites and moves once. We wanted to move a second time, but I was checking to see if I have line of sight with the Dailami on the stairs. There wasn't a line of fire, so he continued his move. That ended Alef's second turn, so it's Hakislam's turn again, and I first activated the Dailami on the stairs and moved her to the edge of the building. He declares a reaction shot with the Furakitai, and I also shoot at the Furakitai. He manages to cancel one of my hits, but also got hit once, so he has to roll for defense now. He fails the defense roll, and the Furakitai is dead, giving the second victory point to Hakislam. Next I activate another Dailami infantry and also move her up the stairs. Next I move the Bogda with one movement closer to the center. And finally moving the Dailami also closer to the center. Now it's the final turn and Alef starts by activating the hoplite. Moving once. After the move we check if there's line of fire from the Dailami on the rooftop. There is none. Then we check from the Dailami on the stairs, and she has line of fire, so she shoots at the hoplite. In the face-to-face roll, the Dailami fails and the hoplite does 2 hits. I could not defend, so the Dailami dies and giving the first victory point to Alef. He then spends the remaining order token to activate the hoplite again, moving him into melee range of the Bogda. I now try to dodge with the Bogda, but I failed the physical test roll. The hoplite then managed to hit with the melee weapon, but I am able to defend the melee attack. So since that was the end of the turn for Alef and there was no way he would gain another victory point, we decided to just cancel here and Hakislam was the winner of the game. As this was only the second or third time we played the game, we probably made a lot of rule mistakes. If you found any, please comment them down below. For future references, we also had a camera set up for the dice pool, but unfortunately that video track got deleted. So for the next one, we will make sure that you will also be able to see the dice.